Hi, I'm Ron Hicks, and this is my former apprentice, Dylan Solano. We just want to talk about how great the automotive mechanical industry is. So, when I went to school a long, long time ago, I went to just an automotive trade school, was not vehicle specific. I ended up getting set up in Toyota back in the early 90s, and I've been with them ever since. Now, you did something a little bit different. You went through the T10 program. Um, I've had a few apprentices that have done that. Do you mind telling us exactly what that entails and why that's the best way to go if you want to be a Toyota technician?
Yeah, I think the Toyota T10 program is set up really, really good for manufacturer specific technicians. Obviously, I was just 19 years old when I came through the doors. I had no idea what it was going to entail. No idea, the path it was going to set me on, which I can't complain now looking back. But I guess I walked through here at 19. I started out as an apprentice. They put me into the Toyota T10 program, which was, of course, manufacturer specific. The nearest one was in Farmington, New Mexico, at the School of Automotive down there.
How did you feel when you had to work with me for 2 months and then you were in school for 2 months? And was it really a hard way to transition or did it work out pretty well?
Personally, I really liked it. I thought the 2 months on, 2 months off was pretty cool because I got to, you know, be here for 2 months as an employee. I got to, act as a grown up kind of. I had a job. I was employed here every single day. I was doing just regular, light duty stuff under you. And then those 2 months while I was going through the T10 program, it was really cool because it was the full on college dynamic, but it was, like I say, just totally automotive specific. It was very hands on learning pretty much everything that I've done back in the shop there now. Um, we were doing as students at the T10 program, just learning how, the dynamic of a dealership works. So I got to see the dynamic of a dealership here. And then we were trained on, manufacturer specific stuff and, the latest and greatest technology. They were pretty much a dealership down there with extensive training. That's how it was pretty much set up.
So financially, was this something that's doable, you think for anybody?
Yeah, absolutely. When I started this program, I was actually lined up at a couple of other trade school programs, or at least looking into it. One in Phoenix at UTI, and then the other one at Lincoln Tech in Denver. And both of those, everybody gives you this great sales pitch of how great their school of automotive is, and then you see the price tag on it, and it was like I remember it was upwards of like $30,000, which is pretty intimidating for anybody, especially, an 18, 19-year-old kid. When I went through the T10 program, they broke it down for me and showed me exactly, what it was that I was going to be doing. It was only a 2-year program. I'm guaranteed a job while I'm here at the dealerships. I'm also employed here, which is awesome because you can't, you're not employed at those other schools. And then it was about a third of that cost. It was very,
So
very
in that
affordable.
cost, did that cover your housing while you were up there for your 2 months at a time? I mean,
Uh,
what all did you include in your
so
cost?
So with housing, it probably would have been a little bit more expensive. I was fortunate enough to have like a relative down there that I got to stay with for the entire time, which was awesome. So that did relieve me quite a bit. But also with my tuition, I started building up my tool collection even down there back then. I mean, it was very, very affordable. I would say I got out of there with probably a $15,000 debt, and that was comfortably too. Like I didn't live completely, college student. I had it pretty good. I did apply for some scholarships and stuff like that too, both locally and scholarships that were available at the School of Automotive. So that helped a bunch too. But
So one thing you did not take advantage that we offer here is to hit that master status before you leave. Now,
yes,
you decided to go, sow your oats out
that's
there.
right. Yeah.
You had to leave once you became an actual technician.
Yeah.
Found out life was a lot better at the dealership level, obviously, and it
Yeah.
brought you back. Um, do you wish you had taken advantage because we do pay for your schooling if you stay
Yeah.
for that full 5 years?
Yeah. So, like to add a little bit more to that too. So Lisa Camarillo specifically at this dealership offers to where if you enter as a T10 student, you go through your 2-year program, you finish an additional 3 years after. And the reason she does that is 5 years total is because Toyota requires you to be at a dealership minimum of 60 months to hit master status. You also have to gain all of your certifications through then. I did all of that, but I left just a couple, maybe like a month after I had finished T10. It was COVID times. I really just wanted to get out of Trinidad. I was like, kind of done here for a little bit. So I left. I still kept all of the Toyota credentials that I had up to that point. My ASC stuff and Toyota stuff. I went up north for a little bit. I came back a year later. All that stuff was still active. I was still up to date on my like certifications and stuff. So it was really nice to be able to at least just jump back in it. Now, I didn't get my schooling finished off, like paid for, because I broke my end of the agreement with Lisa. But it was really cool how Toyota, they were still like, okay, you're still current. We're still going to put you back into training. Keep up with your training. Keep up with your ASE stuff. And I did. And then after that 3 years of being back here at the dealership, I finished my 60 months total tenure. And then I was able to, acquire master status and then eventually master diagnostic.
Perfect. So one thing I can tell you, I've been at about 3 or 4 different dealerships that I've worked at in my career.
Yeah.
Nobody has a general manager that will pay for T10.
Yeah.
Nobody. To me, that's something that I hold very proud of, and I tell everybody about. I'm like, hey, you come to our dealership, you join T10, not only do you get a fabulous career, but our general manager will actually pay for that. All you have to do is stick it out for the 5 years. That's it. That's it. After 5 years, you can leave. Obviously we have another student that went through that, got it paid for.
Yeah.
Went to the big city, go, do his things.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is something that's pretty special that nobody else has.
Yeah.
Let's get back into the program a little bit and talk about that. So it's Toyota specific.
Yeah, completely Toyota Lexus specific.
So you go in, you learn how all of the electronics on a Toyota work. They help teach you so you pass your ASEs.
Yeah.
Each ASE. I mean, when you come out, when you graduate from T10, what are you?
So every single course that we go through is focused on one area in T10. So, and they cover like the basic stuff. They really hammer us with basic electrical, basic steering and suspension, engine mechanical, engine repair, that kind of stuff as we move on throughout the course. But while we do that, we test for ASEs as well in those, respective categories. It's really cool because they have the ASE site, and I'm pretty sure that's still active on the campus. It's literally across the street from the School of Automotive. So we got to go and take those ASEs. We also get our Toyota credentials as well. So we come out ASE certified, and we come out just shy of expert certified, which I believe is just like your certified level technician. But like I say, when we achieve those ASCs going through the program, we have just a couple of other, courses that we take after graduation or however they set it up now to where we're expert certified by the time that we're done with that 2-year program, or just shy of expert, which, we're right there.
Now, as far as a career goes, I've obviously been in it for, over 30 years.
Yeah.
I think it was a great career choice. You're a little younger, but you're following straight in my footsteps.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Do you think being a technician, not a mechanic, but a technician, because
absolutely,
that's truly what we are.
Yeah.
Do you think it is a good way to raise a family, to be somebody, to be something you're proud of?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm very blessed to have the people in my corner that helped me get to where I am today. But it is a really, really awesome path to take. Like you said, we're not just, backyard mechanics. We're technicians. We understand, the importance of diagnosing it and fixing it right the first time. We're working directly with one of the biggest manufacturers in North America. We're working on brand new technology that, other people that are either not working in that Toyota dealership or they're working for independents, they don't see this for, maybe 5 to 10 years after we're already touching it. So it is really cool to be, working for a manufacturer that has kept us up to date with, the latest and greatest technology, but also to be a professional in this industry. We are technicians, not mechanics. So it's really cool to, be able to make a living and, support my family, myself, be a young individual with this kind of career set. It's pretty awesome.
Very nice. So the T10 program it's a normal college.
Yeah.
It really is a college. And it starts in August.
It usually starts off
September.
Every fall. They start a new wave of T10 kids every fall. And then, like we were talking about earlier, the rotation, they have 2 months at the dealership setting and 2 months at the school setting. So not only are we rotating out, but like the school is rotating us out too. So when they have one group of kids going to the dealership, they have another group of kids that are there on campus, for those 2 months at a time, and then they just swap. So everybody's kind of in our own little rotation with the same group of kids throughout those 2 years.
So are the instructors at T10, are they all former Toyota technicians as well?
Yeah, they were all once, Toyota professionals as well, master diagnostic technicians. Some of them were also from other manufacturers as well, at least the ones that were down there when I was there. They were, Chevrolet, I think Honda, and then of course like General Motors, and then of course your Toyota. There's a couple of Toyota guys as well, and it's really cool because those guys were, like I said, just once upon a time in the exact same footsteps that I was in, that you were in. They were technicians, and now they're service managers, or now they're training professionals for the new wave of professionals coming up at that training facility. So we're all tied pretty much directly to Toyota and have the experience that of technician.
So do you want to talk a little bit about what we have coming up in February? I know you've been to a few of the schools here locally, talked about the T10 program. I also know your face is on the pamphlet for T10. That's kind of a bragging right there. I like to show people that.
Crazy coincidence.
So you want to talk a little bit about what we got going on coming up in February?
Yeah, so we're going to be going, I believe, to a couple of different campuses here locally, but trying to promote the T10 program and just, again, talk about it. I mean, it's a great opportunity for a trade school, for high school age kids that are, getting ready to take that next step in their life of, hey, it might be time to start thinking about a career. It might be time to start thinking about college or something like that. You're going to have to make a living. You're going to have to, start down a path, kind of like I did, like you did all those years ago too. What I can say is about the T10 program that's just awesome is it's one of those unique programs to where there's so much to offer, but you will take out from it what you put into it.
Right.
I went through that program, and like I said, I had, my fun in college. I didn't realize how serious this was going to be, even after college, how serious of a career it could be, and how rewarding it is. But I'm glad that I spent time to get my certifications, studied after class, still got my Toyota certifications, my ASE certifications, and didn't just treat it like, your general automotive program. It is definitely one of those programs that I can say it's very rewarding. You get out of it exactly what you put into it.
That's exactly it. It's 100% what you put in, what you'll get out.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, I just want to say thanks, Dylan. I really appreciate your time, and I'm damn proud of you. So
appreciate it. Thanks, Ron.